Hello to my Capricorns. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Capricorns. Let's get into it. All right, the moon is going to be moving from Taurus into Gemini. So, of course, you know from the previous reading, when the moon is in Taurus, that's where you work on your throat chakra. Some of the things you can do on your throat chakra is singing exercises or vocal exercises, right? You don't have to be a singer, but vocal exercises do help, right? So get in your car, if you have one, sing to the top of your lungs to your favorite song, and that'll do it. That will do it. Or just, you know, if you're doing some house cleaning or whatever, sing your songs, whatever. Got your favorite gospel songs or your Christian songs or your, you know, favorite hip hop or whatever song you listen to, sacral chakra, crown chakra, whatever, with some whatever pop songs or whatever genre, opera, whatever you listen to, and you get the, you know, songs, anything that's going to get you talking, like get your vocal cords going, right? But I'm a magnet for brilliant ideas. There you go. I'm going to give you some questions also for the moon in Gemini when the moon moves into Gemini, coming up very, very soon. This reading is going to be for Sunday, August 17th through August the 24th. That's going to put us the day after the new moon in Virgo. And so the moon is affecting, will be not only affecting your throat chakra on Saturday and Sunday, but on Sunday it'll be moving into Gemini, which will affect you, or could affect, let me say could, affect your shoulders, your arms, your hands, bronchial tubes, and also your lungs. But get some rest. Get away from impulsive spirits who want to play your God, who want to be your brilliance, right? Get away from people who gatekeep information. So if we're not following each other on social media, listen, send me your information so I can follow you. You want to get your views and visits up. If you're on YouTube, I want to follow you on YouTube, right? You follow me on YouTube, I want to follow you on YouTube as well. So let's get into your reading. Let's get into it, right? A lot of you all have YouTube channels. You don't have a lot of views and visits because nobody knows who you are, right? And also those of you all who took my free tarot reading class, I so enjoyed meeting all of you. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. This is a general reading, so take on what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below in the description. Let's get into it. Cappies, Capricorns. I'm going to have some questions for you for the moon in Gemini to help you raise your frequency so you can get out, you know, get out, pour into yourself, have a good time. Don't forget to pull your birth chart. If you want to get a birth chart reading, you can go to my website and schedule that as well. All right, let's do it. All right, what's the current situation for my Capricorn source? Current situation for my Capricorn. Somebody could be feeling judged right now. Get away from people who currently judge you for whatever generational cycle, chain, and curse you're trying to break. People, listen, let me help ease somebody's mind, okay? You all rule 10th house, the house of vocation and career, okay? Let me help y'all. Let's just squash this bug right now, okay? Vocation, that is your inner calling. That is your call from God, okay? You can be 40 years old plus and just now finally getting the courage to answer the call on your lives. Okay? All right? Many of us have worked careers to build the lives that we have. But you could just now remember Mercury in this year 9. This is the year 9. 2025, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. In this year 9, people are just now, 9 is a creative number, just now breaking that chain, generational cycles, chains, and curses. 8 is ruled by, 8 is the death card. That's Scorpio. Scorpio is the death card. It rules 8th house, right? And Scorpio is ruled by the judgment card and also the tower card. A lot of us are just now having a total recall. That's the tower card. Remember, there are 3 planets that's currently retrograde in Aries, which is ruled by the tower card. I'm trying to put all the pieces together to this puzzle. That's currently retrograde, whether people believe it or don't believe it. This is why so much confusion is happening and why so many people's prayer lives are increasing. And it's so confusing to so many people because generationally, a lot of people are being judged by breaking some kind of cycle, chain, and curse. And this I am feature right here, people are trying to compare their ideas to yours and everybody else's. Everybody's thinking that their ideas are more brilliant than someone else's. And the part of the reason why I'm saying, listen, let's all connect. You're going to start seeing how many people have the same ideas. There's nothing new under the sun. It's literally written in scripture. Literally written in scripture. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. There's nothing new under the sun. It's literally written in scripture. So when people want to judge people by saying that their ideas are better than someone else's ideas, come back with that. If you're a person who is okay, I need to physically see something. There it is. Ecclesiastes 1:9. There it is. Okay. When people want to judge you by your vocation and your career, and you're saying, I pulled my birth chart and I was called to do this. According to my birth chart, I've been in this career, but I was called to do this. I feel like this is my inner calling. This seems like it's natural to me. This is what I feel like I flow in these areas of life. And people are judging you. Sources saying that's where you're calling on God. That's where you're saying, okay, God, give me the strength. Give me the strength. Give me the strength. That's when you're going to have quickness. That's when a quickness of ideas are going to come to you. Brilliant ideas coming to you. Here's the judgment. Because people are out here. What's hidden in the judgment card is death. People are out here trying to end people based on their ideas. And they'll try to get you to jump on the bandwagon and do the same dirty work for other people. Oh, that's not going to work for other people. It didn't work for them. Why it take them so long? It took me this short amount of time to do something. It's right there in Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. There's nothing new under the sun. This is planet Earth. This is planet Earth. Let's just squash that bug right there. Monitoring spirits have been around since the end of time. Since the beginning of time. So yeah, that's a current situation. Somebody is feeling judged by something. You're hearing other people being judged. Learn how to remove yourself from people who are judging other people. People really feel like they're the judge, jury, and executioner of other people. Remove yourself from that equation. What is standing in Capricorn's way? Yeah. You have the gift. You have a lot of spiritual gifts. You have a lot of spiritual gifts. And someone is trying to show you that they have the power to end someone who has psychic gifts, who lives across a body of water from you. See this water right here? This could be, somebody could live across a stream, a lake. Somebody could live in a community of people who like same-sex relationships or have kids or whatever. It's like somebody's trying to end something. But this lets me know also within like 10 months here that somebody's life could change drastically. And somebody's trying to judge people. Somebody's trying to judge people, you know, by their lifestyle or what they perceive to be someone's lifestyle. But it can also mean that this right here could change from a same-sex relationship to an opposite-sex relationship, right? These 2 kids could change into 4 kids, could change into 6 kids, could change into, you know, they gonna certainly grow up, whoever, right? Situations change is the point, but people judging people based on what they assume and trying to put an end to people's career or their vocation based on judging others. Sources saying to you, you have stuff today in today's times right at your fingertips. It is called a birth chart. It's called a birth chart. That's what you have at your fingertips. So when people are trying to judge you based on ancestrally, because this is the outermost planet. This is a generational planet. This is Pluto, a generational planet. And you're saying stuff like, when you got people in your family that says stuff like, I had a dream about fish, and oh, somebody must be pregnant, and bam. Or I had a dream about a number, and that number hit. You got proof right there, and based on what other people said. Why are you confused? You got proof based on what somebody else said. I had a dream about fish, bam. Oh, somebody must be pregnant, bam. Somebody right in your family was pregnant. Proof right there, evidence that. Okay, I had a dream that this number was going to hit, boom, the number hit. I had a dream about such and such, bam, that thing happened. Okay. I had a feeling about so-and-so. I just know something. I don't know how I know such and such, bam, such and such. I knew somebody was a twin, bam, and here comes somebody's a twin. Or I feel like somebody pregnant with twins. Or I feel like there's twins in somebody's family, bam, then you find out somebody was a twin. And a twin could have, you know, one of the twins didn't make it in somebody's family, bam, there it was. I mean, like, all of this proof of something and people still being judged when your ancestors, this is something ancestrally in someone's life. I mean, somebody just knows something across a body of water, right? You don't have to send monitoring spirits when you have gifts. You don't have to send monitoring spirits when you have gifts. You don't have to jump on a bandwagon. A lot of people are returning to their gifts, right? Right? Whatever anxiety you may have had about something is going to go away. Somebody has a copycat. Somebody has a copycat of many different things. Somebody has a copycat. And people have been judging somebody based on their copycat. A copycat spirit. And this is what you have in common. People who copy every little thing that you do and then blame you for something. People are judging you. I'm telling y'all, Capricorn, when people want their dirty work done, a copycat, a source will first show you what your demons are, meaning your temptations, and then they will, and then you in turn will shine that mirror right back on them. So if somebody wants to accuse you of doing something, source is saying, first, source will show you what yours are, right? So for example, if a person is sitting next to you who is, if they're trying to hide a secret, right? A person who is not ashamed of their lifestyle that they're in. Let's say, for instance, you're in a group of people and a person says, oh, they're in the LGBTQIA plus community, right? Let's say they are in the LGBTQIA plus community. And somebody else is secretly also in the LGBTQIA plus community and they're not saying anything. The person who is not secretly in the community, they will say it. They'll come right out and say it, right? You being a mirror to people's demons, source will first shine a light on you. So if you're not a part of a community, then you're like, okay, well, I'm not secretly a part of a community, but people that's around me they'll be open and say it. But somebody else who's secretly not a part of it, they'll sit there and won't say anything. But guess what? You just shine the light on them. They are the ones who will secretly try to end people who are free. But guess what? It'll put you on eggshells because it'll just expose somebody that you're with who is living a secret. That's what I'm trying to see. That's what I'm trying to show you. It'll expose other people. Yep, it'll expose other people. So source is saying some people are under judgment. Some people are under judgment. So stop letting people get you to do their dirty work. It's exposing people left and right. So what about the recent past? Yeah. Somebody is emotionally immature. Somebody try to get you to say something because their feelings are so emotionally, they have deep emotions and deep feelings for something. So it's like somebody tried to pour their spirit into you, like basically give you wine and spirits, like give you, like pour a particular spirit into you to get you to say something, but it caused you to feel like you were on pins and needles, Capricorn. And the example that I gave you all one time before was like somebody saying, here, Capricorn, you say something about the boss, like you say something about the manager in the workplace, right? The manager looking at you like that's not even normal for a Capricorn to say that. Capricorn usually hard working, they're this and that, high vibrational, they're not judgmental like that, right? That don't even sound like Capricorn. Oh, but that do sound like this other spirit over here. That sound like somebody else. So for anybody who, y'all may not be telling people's names and stuff. Y'all may not be saying stuff. People can assume y'all are telling stuff, but you talk to a psychic. If you're talking to a psychic, because this is also exposing people's gifts, they know exactly who is putting a Capricorn up to something. I'm talking about exactly down to the name. They know exactly who is putting a Capricorn up to something. Oh, Capricorn, oh, over there. They must be going to lunch with so-and-so in accounting because we know exactly that spirit. We know that spirit. That spirit used to work in this department and they stay keeping some mess going. So you're learning how to rise above the judgment of energies who are secretly trying to end you and someone else based on their shortcomings. This is how gifted and talented you all are, Capricorn. So anybody who is assuming, let me just put this out here, anybody who's assuming that my readings are centered around, people trying to hurt Capricorns, like it's a low vibrating reading. It is not. It literally is trying to help you all to be able to spot energies who are trying to stop your North Node, Capricorn. I'm trying to help you all. Somebody is so high, whoever you are, so highly spiritually gifted. And I'm talking about, this is an ancestral line. It's literally, I can't even say it's a curse, because some people will look at it as a blessing and a curse, but it's really not a curse. Y'all gonna have to rise above. You talking about somebody hit the lottery when it came to gifts. You and somebody hit the lottery when it came to gifts, because it's like somebody, this is how mature, and I've said this about you all in terms of your wisdom. Y'all are ruled by a karmic planet, right? And I don't want to say this to boost anybody's ego and make anybody's head big. Y'all are ruled by the karmic planet, right? Saturn. And it's currently retrograde. So that's why I need y'all to really, really slow down. So whenever y'all have a tower moment, it's really like saying, Source is saying to y'all need to remember who y'all are. Y'all are showing, Source is saying, people will try real hard to point out your shortcomings because you are psychic. You got psychic gifts here, meaning that you're sitting around energies that are, you're in the company of energies that keep trying to point out your weaknesses, to try to downplay your gifts and talents, when really, they really want you all around because they know how hardworking you are, Capricorn. All you need to do is just rise above the judgment now. Like, come on now. Like, you talking about a magnet for brilliant ideas. Y'all just need to align yourself with people who can pour into you and be like, come on now, like see yourself how God created you all. See yourself how God created you all. Get yourself aligned with some people who how God created you all, for real. And work on yourselves. Work on yourselves. Talk to some people. Night energy in numerology for tarot is the number 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Talk to some people who have worked on themselves, who want, it's like somebody's trying to blend in when God created you to stand out. There is nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Get your lips moving. Talk to people who have psychic gifts. People so busy trying to judge people and trying to stop people's north node. So it's like you need to get away from people who are trying to judge people for their inner calling. They were called by God to do something. Y'all were called by God to do something based on these gifts that you all have. People keep trying to judge people and their kids, basically trying to stop people and their gifts and their kids, trying to get you all to do their dirty work. So it's like, you're a magnet for brilliant ideas. It's about working on yourself. Somebody saying, I need you to do my dirty work for money. While they secretly out here living their best lives, right? While they're steadily going through rebirth after rebirth, blossoming and growing and becoming smarter and smarter based on the secrets that you find out. So it's like, no. You are the King of Swords yourselves, meaning that get out and get some fresh air during the day, get near water, increase your spiritual gifts. You're a magnet for brilliant ideas. You don't need to be around gatekeeping energy that's judging other people. Your ruling planet Saturn is retrograding when retrograde July 13th in Aries. It'll be retrograde until November 28th. This is the time for you to slow down, get in your element, get outside during the day. Get outside during the day. Y'all are ruled by a karmic planet. I'm going to keep saying it on my channel because a lot of people keep getting the wrong idea that all these people keep doing stuff to me. No. This is where you're saying, okay, I'm ruled by a generational karmic planet. I'm telling y'all, the moment somebody does something to a person, their karma starts instantly. If the intention is to hurt somebody, the karma starts anybody that's connected to a person who does something, their karma starts instantly. I don't even wait around to see a person's karma. If somebody did something to me and the intention was to hurt me, I don't even wait around to see it. I don't even wait around to see it. For what? Two of Swords. Somebody is at a somebody has a bullying spirit. Here's a Two of Swords here. Second house rules. Taurus rules second house, right? You're dealing with two energies here that like to argue. You're dealing with two energies that like to argue. And if you're going back through the past, right? Some people like to argue. They like to judge people. They like to argue, right? And so Source is saying to you, if you go back through your past, if people keep that same energy of always arguing people, and they don't want to be in harmony with people, they're not going to see stuff coming. They're not going to see stuff coming, right? So you don't have to be in that energy of always, That's why I try to stay in harmonious relationships. People can keep running around and judging people and telling lies on people all day. They can keep right on. Just keep right on. So when you say that you're a magnet for brilliant ideas, you don't even have to gossip about people. You just don't. You don't. Too many people have things in common. And we're not talking about, because see, what people are trying to say about you right now and someone else is that everybody can't be lying about somebody. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Because everybody does not make up 100% of the population. Yes, they can. Too many people are evolving. Stop jumping on the bandwagon. People trying to get people to do their dirty work. This is what you have in common. Yeah. What is the, let's see. Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun. This is what you have in common with people. You got too many people talking about you, judging you, looking at, people that you know, and, oh, I got this person in common, I got that person in common. Somebody's like, it's like you're hearing the same old thing. Yeah, somebody being sacrificed. You being sacrificed, other people being sacrificed. After all the sacrifices that were made, like, same old, same old. So what's happening is that you're learning how to rise above the judgment of yourself and your spiritual gifts. You have inherited 10 spiritual gifts, 10 different spiritual gifts. That's why it always sounds like you're walking on eggshells, because you've inherited so many gifts. and you're working on yourself. That's why when I hear people, when people used to put comments, I hope no new people put comments, because I keep telling people I'm channeling messages. But if you start a YouTube channel and you send me your information because you want me to follow you, and I will, anybody who send me the information, you see me following you. But you're working on yourself because you're not doing other people's dirty work. You're refusing to come off of that bandwagon. You're getting outside during the day. You're getting near water. You're learning how to rise above the judgment of what you look like on the outside and what people know about your past. Somebody is not getting into sword fighting arguments with people. Somebody is just a very friendly, smart person. You're coming out of this, you're talking about how you could have been sacrificed. You don't have to, basically you're kind of sort of warning people like what to look out for with certain things. You don't have to like name drop and all of this other stuff. You're just basically telling what people, helping people like what to look out for. What to look out for. Yeah, what to look out for. Too many people out here trying to end people. I gotta use this name and I gotta use that name. I gotta end this person. I gotta judge this person, right? Devil card. There's a devil card. The devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. Somebody was definitely trying to, whoever you are, somebody was definitely trying to demonize you. They were trying to chain you to something. They were trying to connect you to something, trying to connect you and somebody to something. That is a sacrifice. That is a sacrifice. Whether you realize it or not, that's you being sacrificed. You and somebody being sacrificed. Because, not only because of your spiritual gifts, because of your creativity. It's almost like somebody saying, wait a minute. Let me use the workplace. It could be your career, maybe not your vocation, like maybe not your inner calling, but that's part of it. Let's say, for instance, you're a person, you just come up literally in the workplace with brilliant ideas. Every time you turn around, you just got a brilliant idea in the workplace. Like you're a person who comes to work, you come to work, you got all of these ideas. Why don't we try this? Why don't we try that? People are like, oh my God, every time you got some really good ideas, let's try this. And you just being fast tracked through the company. And some people are starting to say, well, I don't really like this. I don't really like that. And they come across as judgmental. Now your mind is thinking. And so your manager is like, okay, this is unlike Capricorn. Okay, they sound very much like they've been hanging around so-and-so in accounting, right? Even though the person in accounting no longer works in this department, but they sound like they got that same spirit on them, right? Then somebody finds out, oh, they do go to lunch together. Okay, I knew it. It don't take a rocket scientist, right? They doing their dirty work right here. They doing their dirty work, right? So they argue. They starting to become argumentative. They like to argue a lot. It's a lot going on. They hanging around certain people, so on and so forth. Okay, get it. Starts to make sense, right? Right, but the devil is very crafty in the way that the devil does things when it's trying to get you to do their dirty work. It can come across a lot of ways. You could have gone to lunch one time with that person, and because the enemy is like, okay, you go to lunch with this one person. Oh, let's all take a picture together, right? Make sure that picture is circulating. It's intentional. It can be so many different ways. That is why you want to go to the great I am for clarity. You want to go to the great I am for clarity, right? And you want to keep your vibrations high. When people are trying to get you to do their dirty work, right? You want to go to the great I am. So if God puts it on your heart to make it very, very clear, okay, they assume that I'm hanging out with so-and-so because you're doing a process of elimination. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. You know that your gifts are very popular. You know that, okay, you don't usually hang out with so-and-so in accounting. They used to work in that department. Okay. Now you're starting to go back through your mind and starting to think. Okay, you're starting to think. Right? You're starting to think, right? Because why would they ask me about so-and-so person? Why would they ask me about what's going on in the department now? Oh, you still working for so-and-so in the department? Are they still talking about such and such in presentation? Are they still doing this and that? So somebody is starting to take the blindfolds off. You're starting to take the blindfolds off. And you're starting to think for yourself. Because something is generational. Somebody's starting to see something for themselves of how the devil works, how crafty the devil works. And somebody is starting to go through prayer and pray to God yourself. The magician. You've been in the presence of dark magician energy. You love to keep some mess going. 2 dark magician energies who's trying to loop you. They make it seem like they're keeping you in the loop about something, but it's really looping you into chaos and confusion, trying to chain you to something. Okay, all right, Capricorn, I had to make a little bit more room. But yeah, what I was saying here is now you see a lot more cards here, right? Some people are just, like I said, some people are just in their element. Like, you know, you all, like I said, often imitated, but, you know, you can never be duplicated. You have a lot of spiritual gifts and you're wealthy, like in terms of your spiritual gifts. You and someone just really need to stay focused, like in terms of your spiritual gifts. Some people will want to take pictures with other people, just say, see, we hang out with each other. And this is what I was trying to see, because water is reflective. Some people will want to say, oh, we take pictures with each other, we're still connected, you know, we're still, we're cool, we're this and we're that. Anybody who is operating in their north node, they're calling in their lives, right? People want to take pictures like you're a star. Like, think about it. I mean, it's like, it's so plain in plain view. People who want to take pictures with people who are being celebrated. They will make up stories about people must be dating people, they must be friends, they hanging out, they must know somebody, this and that, so on and so forth. And you could just really genuinely be a kind person. You could just genuinely be a kind person. So don't let the devil trick you. Don't let the devil trick you, okay? Into thinking something that it's not, right? Into something that it's not. You're learning how to protect your spiritual gifts, right? You're learning how to protect your destiny from destiny swappers, because you've been duplicated alive, very much like somebody in the physical realm duplicating someone's identification of their personal identifiable information, like their ID, social security cards, you know, birth certificates and all this other stuff, and passing around, creating accounts and craziness, right? Which is obviously illegal. People breaking into, remoting into people's computer, mirroring people's devices, and doing all this crazy stuff that people are doing illegally to get more money, and then turn around and judging other people for stuff, right? Source is saying you're a magnet for brilliant ideas, and you have a lot of ideas that people have been trying to steal, and all of that stuff is going to come back to you. Everything the devil stole from you is going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you, but don't look for it in a place that it was stolen from, because source does not want to link you in with someone else's karma. It's going to come back to you in a way that it does not link you in with someone else's karma. It's going to come back to you in other ways. It's going to come back to you in other ways, right? So anybody's plan to disrupt your money has already backfired. It's already backfired. One of the things that may not have picked up in my previous reading, because the camera cut off because I ran out of space, is whenever someone intentionally tries to hurt you, their karma starts at that very moment. They're already in a karmic cycle already, right? It started at that very moment. That's why personally, I don't wait around for other people to see other people's karma. That's a complete total waste of your time and your life. Wait around for somebody's karma for what? The spy is already turned on. Spy is already turned on. Yeah, if you're a magnet for brilliant idea, you have to wait. People sit around and wait for some. That's a person who's trying to play somebody else's God. I got to see it for myself. I got to make it happen myself. Let's jump on a bandwagon. I want to see this manager get fired. I didn't know they had done all of this stuff. I want to see it for myself. I got to be there. I got to bear witness to Capricorn's karma. So much better lies ahead. Why would somebody want to see you as a Capricorn go through hell? Why would somebody want to see another zodiac sign go through hell? Why would somebody want to see another human go through hell? You got to ask yourself that. That's a person who is in crisis. They are the ones that's in crisis. That mirror is shining on them. Why would somebody want to see you go through a crisis? Because they are in a crisis. Why? Because misery loves company. Why would somebody want to see you go through hell? Only another person who is in their own hell will want to see you chained to them. That is why I don't sit around and wait for somebody else's karma. Another book to read for somebody is the Book of Esther, right? That's where Haman, somebody who second in command, a complete and total abuse of power. Y'all can read the book yourselves. It's too much material information out here. Like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, for real. And I'm not trying to teach the Bible. I'm not a Bible scholar. Let me help y'all out right here, okay? You ain't going to compare me to nobody. I can tell you that right now. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Whatever your calling is, answer the call from source, okay? Answer the call from source, right? Source is trying to help somebody to understand how crafty the devil is, how crafty the enemy is. The enemy will try to have you jump on a bandwagon and try to end someone else who is called to do something. But I'm telling you, if you were called to do something, enemy cannot touch you. Source will make the enemy your footstool. So go on out here and live your absolute best life. And people who know you operating in your calling will pray for you. You do not want your destiny tied to someone else's destiny. You don't want it tied to. Stop being distracted. Stop getting distracted. Stop getting distracted. Somebody out here is ending themselves. Somebody is already, the same ones that wanted you to end up a complete and painful rock bottom failure, ending, or defeat behind closed doors is already happening. You don't even have to, and these are at least 10 energies, 10 swords that were talking about you behind your back. This is what a lot of people have in common. They wanted you to be in this survival of the fittest. So y'all listen, listen. A lot of us can talk about that all day long. Wanted you to be poor, desolate, want you to take your eyes off the prize, didn't want you to see wealth ever in any day, time, or place. Source wants you, listen, keep your eyes, stay focused, stay focused. Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Because somebody was behind physically copying IDs, copying, mirroring people's computers, doing the absolute most, so that the rich could get richer and the poor could get poorer, and all while judging and using Capricorns to do their dirty work. There it is. There it is. So stop doing an injustice to yourself. Somebody got some open enemies. Will swear up and down they got your back, but will be on the opposite sides of the table in court. Justice is in your favor. And I'm talking about, when we're talking about here, yeah. So somebody's in a crisis right now and telling you that they'll have your back and this and that, but have already shown themselves to not have your back before in the past. So don't let the enemy create some kind of illusion and confusion. So that is what I have for you right here. It sounds like to me, whether it's in a physical court or a spiritual court, whatever the situation is, it's like some energies have done something that they put the cart before the horse. That's what this sounds like. Some energies have put the cart before the horse and assuming something. They've done some kind of a destiny swap, or tried to do some destiny swaps that did not work out. So let's all get the story straight. That's what this looks like. Let's all get the story straight. It's almost like getting somebody fired from a job and oh snap, oh boy, somebody actually has a case and we put the cart before the horse. We did something we wasn't supposed to do. And this is big. We got too many people looped into something that wasn't supposed to happen. Dang it. Like I said, heal people move differently. So somebody's in a crisis. Like I said, misery loves company. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. All right, bye.